Hi, it's Joy, and today we're watching Criminal Minds, Season 16, Episode 5, Oedipus Rex, which I'm guessing is a play on words, well, it's obviously a play on words, of the Greek tragedy Oedipus Rex, R-E-X. So I'm guessing some, like, twisted mother loving potentially in this episode, or self-eye removal. Anyway, this show is wonderful and twisted, and I'm so excited to see where this episode takes us. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and let's go! Something awful gonna happen to you. Does he use his mother to prey on women? He's watching as she drinks.
I like to think she's looking down and...
Screaming, if she is. Does he hate women? Of course, Oedipus Rex, he hates women because he hates his mum, or he loves his mum and wants to be with her, or something awful. Yep. There is a mummy issue episode here. Did he target a girl specifically who had lost her mum? Jesus Christ.
It can mean anything. There's no point in making you worry.
Okay, babe, well now I am worried.
Yeah, this is a marriage. You have to share these things. But I know he's doing it because he's scared. You don't tell because you're scared. And...
What the hell?
Oh, our favourite.
Deputy Director Claire worked in the Department of Education. Sandra was a congressional page.
Does he know one of them?
Inside the district.
One thing is for certain, he has a hell of a ritual. I mean, cause of death is strangulation, but pre and post-mortem,
he knows these people, right?
You had a personal connection to one of these women. It was Claire, wasn't it?
That it wasn't working out.
Bullshit.
They're profilers, sir. And you've pissed them off.
Your heart. This. All you have in this job is your reputation. Mine will be shot.
Why? Because you used a dating app? Though I suppose it's a dating app for pretentious people, but...
Worthless. Hands off the BAU. We solve this case, you leave us alone.
Oof.
Of course. I said of course.
Yeah, but you're a slimy toad, so...
But you tightened your mouth when you said it.
I tell you, there's nothing better than watching a psychopath grow old in prison. So, if you
I completely agree.
I'll get the AUSA.
Anyone who thinks the death penalty is kinder than prison, speak to anybody, listen to anybody who has been in prison for any length of time. It is dehumanizing and awful. So these are absolutely sadistic people, and even just beyond that, your life, you can't choose what you want to do. You are trapped. You have no choices, no options. Even if it's a nice prison, which all prisons should be, like, it's worse than death.
Before the police even got there, he was there. We can protect you. He doesn't have to know that you cooperated. Are you kidding?
He'll know.
Is that a joke?
So how...
Do you know how this town works? Oh, please.
They're gonna kill you to cover up loose ends, I'm afraid. But that tells you it's someone that it's definitely someone who's influential, has access.
To remake them with the image of someone in his life, like a mother or grandmother.
If it's mother, I mean, that speaks to some serious Oedipal issues.
It does indeed.
He never grew that oral phase.
To turn them into his mother, to get the attention that he didn't get when he was little.
Or worse, maybe she did. Man, that's scary. Morning.
You broke your rule.
How did you sleep?
So not life-threatening.
Okay. That better be all, because that is such a relief.
Prove it. You got a pinky swear.
She might not always be able to do it beforehand if they're rushing.
It's all belonging to her. Senator Martha Reeves from Virginia.
His
So this is
mommy.
No, only a handful of... I don't care what the profile says. We're not arresting a sitting senator's son based on a theory.
Then let us prove it. Give us approval to put him under surveillance.
No, absolutely not.
Douglas,
This is not how your job works.
Claire Durham's kill.
Put the glass down. Now.
He's a grown man. He shouldn't still be under her control like this, but it's very... I mean, it's very Oedipal as in the Oedipal theory, not really Oedipus the play. Just kill her. Leave the others alone. Not that she deserves to die, but you know, stop killing other women. The sister, did he somehow, like, teach him, or this would be a good coping mechanism or something? We found the assistant?
He walked in.
Mitch Nevins.
Part of me wondered whether he, like, is his partner in it. Like, he convinced him to take the rage and bring it up a level, but at the same time, the guy was already violent and a criminal, so I don't know.
The hell?
Yeah, he's not bothered.
He's a little too into those photos.
Yes.
We said that Benjamin has no idea.
Oh, is he gonna just confess?
Take JJ, I want him arrested.
So is he taking the fall? Why would he take the fall? He is, isn't he? Why is he covering?
Jessica.
Don't say it in front of him. Oh, they're gonna kill her, aren't they? Because she's a loose end and he knows it. Oh, this whole thing was a distraction so he could go and kill her, of course.
You look good enough to eat.
Jesus Christ.
We're 2 minutes away.
Please catch this bitch.
I heard someone's been
Using that website as well.
You arrested him?
He was threatening a
Car with Jessica
witness.
Sayer, and he was armed. What was?
The senator know?
No, and he hasn't invoked.
He's a grown man.
Narcissism. I'm gonna have to thread the
Mummy
needle
doesn't need to
just
know
right
right
get a
now.
confession out of him.
What are you doing?
Giving him what he wants. Mommy. Benjamin.
Hmm.
You've been a bad boy. Wouldn't see you as the pathetic waste of space you are.
I'm not pathetic.
What are you going to be remembered
Yes, you are.
for? Besides,
That's who I used the Sicarius spiders on. Carmen Gomez from 2007, John Harris. He was a wimp.
Names from the Sicarius shipping container.
Yep.
None of those names are public knowledge.
Sicarius is playing, he is a Sicarius person.
thing I don't know.
This guy, I mean, surely they know this guy's not actually Sicarius.
You are to stop asking my client questions right now, or I'll
He's
have your ass
just
reported
confessed to
6
being an even
points
worse
violations.
serial killer.
You shut up.
So Sicarius, he is, because I was wondering, because there was no, Sicarius hasn't been in this episode, but I was assuming that like the Penelope Tyler stuff was the Sicarius element of this episode, and this case would or wouldn't be connected to him, but there was no indications it was. This now, it's like Sicarius is using him as someone to take the heat off him because someone's confessed to all his crimes, and then he will finally get the attention and be famous because he's the most famous serial killer ever, and he'll outshadow his mom, he'll ruin his mom, like his mom will have to pay attention to him, so he'll get what he wants out of the arrangement. Is that the deal here?
Anyway, Benjamin Reeves actually is Sicarius?
No.
The timeline doesn't match. It was over.
Maybe for all of us.
No. Not yet, it's not.
So he like knows stuff about a serial killer that's not public knowledge.
To multi. Now take me to jail.
You probably
Mitch
belong
won't
there.
talk. He's been
The field office is setting up a search in Whitfield County. They're happy to take our help.
good. I want both you and Luke in Georgia by nightfall. Take it acre by acre if you have to.
On it.
I don't like what he said about
Knows
full of
so much about
surprises.
Sicarius. There might
Because
be
it could just
gaps
mean like all the
between
bodies
them.
and stuff, but it could also mean there's a trap for the FBI set by
Does the name
Sicarius.
Benjamin Reed, you are.
Stop being a dick and help your sister by being a decent human.
Not as good as you. That's the other reason why I found you.
Hmm.
I knew you're the best.
Peace offering.
He's in prison. How did he get a peace offering? How the hell did he get her a cat?
Where did you?
Rossi helped me, I guess.
Okay.
Cat rescue down the street.
You arrested my son.
Yes.
We arrested the lead suspect, and I believe that decision is up to the deputy director.
Character test here. Save your own skin or do what's right.
Emily, I think we should back off.
And you failed the character test.
Get in the shower and wash the stench of that jail off.
You're not going to speak to him about the fact that he's murdered?
Who the hell are you?
It's you.
You know this man.
Son and I have a deal.
Benjamin. Please.
I raised you.
This woman doesn't deserve death, but she doesn't deserve to be a senator either.
The police took my teeth. You don't need them. She's your mom.
Fuck. I mean, you just got him out of prison, woman. Prentice told you he hated you. Oh my god. Consequences of your choices.
Alive if you'd listened to me.
I have approval for the FAA to locate it via GPS. We should have the location within the hour.
Now you have approval.
Prentice, I'm trying here.
Alves and Giroux are already.
You were not
in transit.
equipped
You
for
wanna
this.
What kind of place did Reeves and Sicarius talk about for their private forum?
Bell ring.
We could hide it in plain sight, deleting the data.
Like
Bell.
Beltway Elite.
That's it.
Beltway Elite.
It's the found them. Holy llamas, we found everything they ever talked about.
Jet just touched down at the municipal airport in Whitfield County, Georgia.
Oh
That's
no,
where
this
he
is
said
part.
the buried treasure was. Something's off. Like he should be flying to Brazil. Why would
He's
he
not
leave
on
us
the
to more
jet.
evidence?
Call JJ and Alves. Let them know they have company.
Sicarius is playing everything here, controlling everything, and has JJ called Will?
It's the perfect spot. You're gonna want to see what I'm about to do.
Jesus Christ.
What did they talk about?
What just...
They took it all down.
Yep.
All of it. How does he know?
He is 7,000 steps ahead right now, and it is terrifying. I am terrified.
Satellite imaging found 2 doors sticking out of the ground. Backup's on the way.
They found the doors. He hides them. He wouldn't let it be picked up by satellite imagery.
Like, wait.
This isn't good. Sicarius is here to watch. Okay, she is calling Will.
It's Will. Leave a message.
I love you.
Yeah, it's hard to do in practice.
That's all.
You broke the promise. But I don't know, what was she supposed to say? This might be nothing, it might be something.
Yeah, let's go.
I think you should wait for backup, personally.
So we've set up.
Looks like a storm cellar.
Yeah, but he left it
To
exposed.
proceed with caution.
No.
Has he learnt from this? Is he going to be better in the future? No. We need to, like, check this place. Run, 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 run.
What the hell is that?
Get out of there now.
JJ's a bomb, run!
Why did you stare at the bomb for so long?
Luke, JJ. I repeat, Luke, JJ, come in.
Sicarius was watching. Come in. Please. It's fine. I'm fine. I just knew that something was going to be in that container because the guy told them where it was. We knew Sicarius was watching, but they knew that the jet had landed there, which either meant Sicarius was also there or that, like, it was something to draw them there yet again. Then the fact that the doors were completely visible, because unless I'm mistaken, his other ones, like, he put, like, leaves over them and, like, he tried to hide them so that it wouldn't be immediately obvious to someone just casually passing by. It should have been, like, a little bit hard to see, but these doors were perfect. They were obvious. Anybody would spot them. Bomb was obviously something that came to mind. Rabid dog. Anthrax, like literally anything could have been in that container. I was not happy that they just went wandering in. And then they were like, a phone's ringing. There's like a timer and like some like fuel cans. Let's just stare at it for a while. And then they stared at it. And then they stared at it. And then they stared at it. And then Emily went, run. And then he went, it's a bomb, run. I know it was surprising, but it wasn't that surprising. If either of them die as a result of this, I'm gonna be pissed because they would have run sooner. Now I'm fucking stressed. I don't know, I live my life by the denial rule of I hate when characters are killed off, therefore I'm in denial until you confirm it. B, if we don't see a body, I don't believe there is a body. I think they would much rather, leaving us on that impactful cliffhanger of, oh my god, are they dead? Are they hurt? How hurt are they? What's happened? Whereas if they were dead, they'd leave us on a body lying there and then it would fade to black so that everyone would be like sobbing their hearts out. Like, it's kind of how TV works, the way I've like assessed. Now, obviously, I don't know that for sure. everyone watching thinks they just watched two of their friends die, and Emily has to think, I told them to go there, I gave them the order. I do also think, like, realistically, they're probably going to be injured, partly because from a storytelling perspective, JJ didn't tell Will that she was walking into a dangerous situation. She called him, so she can't even claim, oh, it was hectic, I didn't have time. She did call him, and she didn't explain what the situation was, and so she's literally broken the rules, so that's going to be another thing for them to talk about when she's fine. But she's obviously going to have to be visibly not fine enough that it will be enough of a problem for him to notice or something. Jesus Christ, that ending. Sicarius is terrifying, and he's terrifying to the level that, like, as I'm going through the season, and I feel like I've been watching this for, like, I know I was ill for a while, so, like, I did have a month where I wasn't watching, but even so, I feel like I have seen so many episodes of this season, not past seasons, this one. Yeah, that was episode 5. How many episodes are there? When have I got it scheduled to stop, Eric? Stop. Is it 10? It might be 10. Yes, it is. So we're halfway through now. I don't know that they're going to catch Sicarius in this season. Like, obviously this is a different format, a different structure. It has its unsub of the week along with the overarching unsub. They did have a few seasons where there were things like that we knew, but never to this level. And never with it being the unsub they were actively tracking the whole time. So this show could very well have him not be caught at the end of season 1. Season 16, but you know, season 1 of Sicarius. Which is stressful. Okay, so I initially was like, maybe this case won't be involved in Sicarius, but we've got the Sicarius connection because of Penelope and Tyler. I really don't know what to make of Tyler, because he seems quite likable, but then, like, at other times he's really angry. Now, if I remember rightly what they've said about him, he served in the military. That maybe fucked him up a bit. Did he get dishonorably discharged or something? Like, he had some problems post being in the military, but being in the military would fuck you up, so fair enough. He maybe isn't always the most mentally stable, healthy person, but, like, he hasn't actually done any criminally crimes. He was faking that to be part of Sicarius, and he wasn't going to blow anyone up. It was all kind of part of it. So, like, he's, you know, now that he's finally actually helping and being productive a bit, it's better, because you're not going to help your sister out by yelling at, like, making Penelope upset. So he's just a very interesting character. It's an intriguing turn for this plot to have taken and for this show to have taken. So I found myself almost in this episode, anytime the camera, like, the scene cut and it was Penelope and Tyler, I was like, oh, this is my light-hearted scene of the episode. This is my, like, okay, I can breathe, no one's going to be brutally murdered. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm really enjoying how they have done this story, because it is still Criminal Minds, but it's done so differently as well. So then Sicarius, we now know where he gets all this money from. What's interesting is this is a bridge he has now burnt, in the sense that whether he is outright trying to use this rich little bitch as a patsy, he's going to leave him behind, let the FBI catch him and have him say, no, I did do those crimes. Yeah, I was in England, but I flew back secretly. I did do it. Whatever he's going to do. No matter what, like, all of that guy's accounts will be frozen. Now, he and his mother seem the type to have secret accounts and, like, offshore ones that they can't touch that maybe he could still get access to. But it's going to be harder for them to surely get access to that money, so maybe he has some other people that he's using. We are getting, in the FBI, getting a better understanding of him and how his network works, which is handy, but we're in the long haul to catch this bitch, and he is playing 700 million moves ahead. Honestly, like, I like the actor that's playing him. He's played characters I really liked in lots of things. Every time he comes on scene in this show, I'm like, like, it's Sicarius, I don't like it. He's doing a brilliant job. It just the moment he started listing, like, the Sicarius crimes was, like, odd. Now, I'm hoping the deputy director, or whatever his name is, West from Heroes, I can't remember his name in this. I have CFS. Names are something I struggle with my brain fog to remember. But West from Heroes, because whenever I see that actor in anything, he's West from Heroes, like season 2. I think he was only in season 2. West from Heroes. I hope he is going to be more likable, but also just more understanding of the reality of the job he is in, the reality of what these people are dealing with every day, the fact that his decisions that he's making as part of his career move have very real big effects. and maybe won't be such a dick in future, but there is also the chance that once this is over, he's going to retreat even further into that, like, I just need to get out of here, I don't like this, I want to be promoted, not deal with any of this, so I'm going to do whatever I have to do. But hopefully he'll be more understanding and a better person for having got one woman plus killed. I mean, it's one woman that he got killed by letting the suspect leave to preserve his own career, but more will probably die before the end of it. Oh, just so good, so well done. I'm really glad Will isn't dying. I was really concerned because I was like, why would they have that as a plotline if it wasn't going to be bad? But it's for the promise and everything. If there's actually something else, you know, I'd be pissed. But I'm very glad he's not dying, even though he may not be too impressed with JJ once he's got over the relief that she's alive. That ending has just completely thrown me. Like, I may have had several things I was planning on discussing in the review during the episode. All I can think about is what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. So what a fantastic episode, as always. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you so much for watching.